हो जन जन अपना, स्वस्थ हो जन जन अपना, तन मन रहे निरोगी सबका, स्वस्थ भारत का ये सपना, स्वस्थ भारत का ये सपना।
Namaskar. 14 June each year across the globe is observed as World Blood Donor Day. And the theme for the year 2012 is Donate Blood and Become a Hero. Yes, we can become a hero because blood donation can save lives. What's the process of blood donation like? Who can donate blood? What are the precautions you need to take while donating blood, after donating blood? To tell us more on that, joining us now on the program Healthy India is Dr. S.P. Agarwal. Doctor, a very warm welcome. Dr. Agarwal is the Secretary General with the Indian Red Cross. Let me begin by asking you, Dr. Agarwal, why celebrate a day like World Blood Donor Day?
You see, since 2004, every 14th June, it is the birthday of Nobel laureate Lord Dr. Landsteiner, who discovered ABO blood groups. And this is observed to create awareness for greater blood donation and also to thank blood donors and also the blood donor organizing agencies, that they help people and they motivate people so that more people can donate blood.
And what's this demand and supply equation like? Is there a requirement for a lot of blood?
Oh yes, you see the requirement in India, like for example with 1.2 billion population, it should be about 12 million blood units. We have collections of around 9.5 million, so there is a shortage of 2 to 3 million blood units in India.
Tell us a little bit more about the importance of blood.
Blood is life-saving. You see, blood has no substitute. Blood, only human beings can give blood to human beings. You can't manufacture blood, or you can't take it from any other sources. And also, blood has a life. For example, you can store blood for 35 days. So, and blood, for example, like in organ transplantation, in major surgeries, for deliveries, for hemorrhages, blood is essential. It is life-saving.
Right. So, blood is life-saving is what Dr. Agarwal is making us aware about. We also spoke to Dr. K. Srinath Reddy, eminent cardiologist, and he made an interesting analogy. He said plasma is like a river, and just like river has spots, similarly plasma has corpuscles or cells.
शरीर में जो प्राण शक्ति होती है वो पूरा ये खून के ज़रिए ही विभिन्न अंगों को पहुंचता है। अगर आप देखें खून में एक प्लाज्मा जो है वो नदी जैसा होता है। इसके अंदर कई सारे नाव होते हैं जो हम ब्लड कॉर्पसेल्स या ब्लड सेल्स कहते हैं। उसमें जो रेड ब्लड सेल्स होते हैं उसमें ऑक्सीजन सारे देह को पहुंचाने की शक्ति होती है। वो हेमोग्लोबिन जो होता है उसके अंदर वो हेमोग्लोबिन के साथ ऑक्सीजन जुड़ता है और वही ऑक्सीजन शरीर के विभिन्न अंगों में पहुंचता है। और जो वाइट ब्लड सेल्स होते हैं उसमें शरीर के डिफेंस के लिए कई सारे कण होते हैं जिससे कोई इन्फेक्शन हो उसके खिलाफ शरीर को लड़ने की शक्ति प्राप्त होती है। उसमें भी कई प्रकार के सेल्स होते हैं। कुछ न्यूट्रोफिल्स होते हैं, जैसा रैपिड एक्शन फोर्स होता है हम तुरंत जाने के लिए। कुछ लिम्फोसाइट्स होते हैं जो सीबीआई जैसा काम करते हैं, इंटेलिजेंस गैदर करते हैं, स्पेशल एक्शन करते हैं। प्लेटलेट्स हैं जो खून को ज़्यादा बहने से, मतलब अगर कोई चोट लगा बहुत ज़्यादा बाहर निकलने से वो रोकते हैं। एक क्लॉटिंग मैकेनिज्म उसी के ज़रिए होता है। इसके अलावा खून के अंदर कई सारे तत्व होते हैं जो हमारे लिए बिल्कुल आवश्यक है। चाहे आप कैल्शियम कहिए, मैग्नीशियम कहिए, सोडियम कहिए, पोटेशियम कहिए, जो हर कण के लिए आवश्यक है काम करने के लिए, जीवित रहने के लिए। प्रोटीन, शुगर और शरीर को जो कोऑर्डिनेट करते हैं हार्मोन्स, ये सारे खून के ज़रिए ही शरीर के अलग अलग हिस्सों में पहुंचते हैं।
Right, so we've learned there that there are different components to blood. There is the plasma, which has got the red blood cells, then you've got the white blood cells and the platelets. But when the blood donation happens, it's the entire blood that's taken and then separated out?
That's right. We make components of blood, like if you have whole blood, you take nearly less than 10% of somebody's blood, about 300 to 400 cc's. Then it is separated into red blood corpuscles. People who have anemia can be given that. Then it is plasma. Plasma can be given in burns and many other cases, liver disorders and all. Then we have these platelets. That means where there is a bleeding disorder where platelets are required, like for example in very serious cases of dengue where the platelet count goes down, they are bleeding disorders. So 1 unit of whole blood can save 3 lives.
So, Dr. Agarwal, who can donate blood?
Anybody between the ages of 18 years to 65, earlier it was 60, can donate blood, and you can donate blood every 3 to 4 months. And in fact, before blood donation, you have a thorough checkup. You should have, 45 kg minimum weight and 45 feet, height. So that is there. And then you are, confidentially your history is taken. What is your lifestyle? Have you been taking any vaccinations or any drugs or other? Then once we are sure that, you are leading a healthy life, then only the blood is accepted, and before that the small prick is given and we know that what is your hemoglobin level, because we don't want a donor to be anemic. So if there is more than 12.5 grams, then the blood is taken.
So if somebody is say diabetic or if somebody is a hypertension patient, they cannot donate blood?
No, if he is on medications and suppose he is taking insulin for diabetes, then they are deferred for blood donation.
And on the day when we are going to give the blood, we can have food and our breakfast, lunch and then go. Should we give donation of blood in the morning, evening, anytime?
Oh, no, blood donation can be done anytime. And in fact, we encourage people to have, some like water or some soft drink or something, and then you should have a snack. Then you give blood anytime. And in fact, we have now, so to help people, we send to call centers, we go to their offices where the blood donation vans are there, where they can donate blood.
Now, let's talk about now I have reached the center and I have to donate blood. So, usually a human body contains how many liters of blood, and after one blood donation, how much blood is taken out?
No, I'm saying that, as I said, anyone has about 4.5 to 5 liters of blood, and we take less than 10%, that is about 350 to 450 blood is taken. And then after that, once the blood is taken, then he lies down for a couple of minutes, he takes a little refreshment and he can go back to his work, except that we say don't do any strenuous work for 24 hours or so. And the good thing is that within 48 hours, the entire blood volume is replaced by his own body.
So the entire process of donating blood, how long does it take? It's a matter of few minutes?
Yes, it takes about 10 to 15 minutes, and one has to lie down. Then, as I said, the blood pressure is seen, is checked, and then confidentially his history is asked, and then about 10 to 15 minutes, a very little prick like a mosquito bite, and then the whole process, the blood bank and the set are not reusable. So everything is sterile.
Right. And the person who extracts the blood from a human body, who does the entire process, is called phlebotomist. So do we have a lot of medical professionals who are adequately trained for it?
Oh yes, of course. There are doctors who are specially trained, and now we have laboratory technicians courses for this, and they get trainings.
And during those few minutes while the donor is donating blood, should they listen to music? What would you advise? The atmosphere where the blood donations takes place is usually very pleasant. There is light music, and the surrounding areas are very important, and then he can conveniently read a newspaper or he can talk to people, etc. So there is a good experience once you complete your blood donation. Right, absolutely. There's a very good experience that you have after donating blood, and what are the precautions we need to take right after donating blood is what we will ask Dr. Agarwal. But right now, let's listen to Dr. Renu Saxena, who's the head and professor of hematology in AIIMS, and she's telling us that there is a blood which is red colored, and when you break down the components of blood, then there is a one which is yellow colored.
Blood disorders are commonly seen in our population, so it is important to be aware that they can present as anemia or easy fatigability or bleeding spots. So whenever one feels very early tiredness or blue spots or repeated infections, one should get a blood test done for hemogram, and if one can get it properly done, after that one can decide whether it is a treatable cause, in which case proper treatment should be done at the correct time, and in case it is not treatable, then what needs to be further done. For that they must report to hospital for further follow-up.
Right, so that was Dr. Renu Saxena telling us more about the utility and components of blood. We are in conversation with Dr. S.P. Agarwal, who is the Secretary General with Indian Red Cross. Dr. Agarwal, right after I've given blood, you're saying there is no need to take break, one can do the daily chores, go to office, although one should avoid strenuous job.
Yes, immediately after blood donation, he takes a small, food drink or say water, and rests for maybe a couple of minutes. Then he can go back to his routine work, except that we advise them not to have strenuous activity or maybe swimming for 24 hours or so.
Right. Well, we may not take a break right after donating blood, but on the program Healthy India, it's time for us to take a break. When we return, we will get you more information on blood, which is life-saving. And of course, if you donate blood, you can become a hero. Stay with us.
पता है 108 वालों ने एक और कार ले ली। अच्छा, और ये 210 वालों की बेटी टीवी सीरियल में एक्टिंग कर रही है। अच्छा, और वो 300 वाले की मिसेस 2 महीने से उदास थी, तो उनके हस्बैंड उन्हें डॉक्टर के पास ले गए। पता चला शी वॉज सफरिंग फ्रॉम डिप्रेशन।
तो इसमें कौन सी बड़ी बात है, ये तो किसी भी आम बीमारी की तरह है ना।
मानसिक रोगों का इलाज हो सकता है, सबको बताएं।
Welcome back. You're watching Healthy India. Dr. Agarwal, what's your experience? Is the youth of the country coming forward? Are they showing interest that they have to donate blood?
That's true, but I think we need to create more awareness. There is a beautiful concept, youth concept of Club 25. That means that anyone who has donated blood 2 times or even once for his relation but has a desire to donate more, they get together around a blood center where they call Club 25. These are the people who commit themselves that they'll donate blood. Each of them will donate blood at least 25 times or 20 times, 20 to 25 times by the time they reach 25 years of age. And then they are encouraged to they have a sense of self-esteem because they are heroes, and then society recognizes them. They are healthy. They have repeated health checkups, because it is the repeated non-remunerated blood donation through healthy donors that can only ensure the highest quality of blood.
So if someone wants to become member of the Club 25, they can get in touch with the Indian Red Cross?
Of course. Indian Red Cross, as you know, we set up the first blood bank at All India Institute of Hygiene and Public Health in Kolkata way back 1942, and we have about 160 blood banks now, and we cater to 10% of country's blood requirement. And anyone between, say, a youth can go there and say that, okay, I want to be a member, and then it is a lot of good lifestyle, and then they have something about HIV prevention. They know about the role of good nutrition, diet, proper diet, exercise, and above also they try to help them when they are a club and these youth get together. Then they also tread in certain other social issues relating to inequities in health, whether it is school dropouts or it is violence against women or it is unemployment, homelessness, etc.
Right. So Club 25 definitely is a very inspirational model. Let us now look onto some glimpses of an inspirational film. This is a story from the Rampura Phul village in Batinda, Punjab, and you will find that the villagers have come forward as far as blood donation is concerned, and we will speak to the filmmaker Umesh Agarwal as well.
जिस शख्स ने ये सोसाइटी वहाँ पर शुरू की, तो उनकी बेटी को खून की ज़रूरत थी और खून कोई मिल नहीं रहा था, कोई देने को तैयार नहीं था, तो कहीं एक अनजान आदमी ने आकर के खून दान किया और वो बेटी ठीक हो गई। तो उस आदमी का, जिसका कि इन्हें नाम भी नहीं पता, उसका कर्ज उतारने के लिए इन्होंने ये ब्लड डोनेशन सोसाइटी बनाई। और जब शुरुआत में ये अपने गांव में गए तो जो बात उन्होंने बताई हमें कि लोग अपने घर बंद कर दिया करते थे, अपने बच्चों को छुपा दिया करते थे कि आप हमसे 2000 ले जाओ, 4000 ले जाओ, लेकिन खून दान करने के लिए मत कहो। ये सिर्फ 15 साल पहले की कहानी है। और आज वहाँ पे ये है कि उस गांव के अंदर किसी के घर में कोई मृत्यु हो जाए तो उसको श्रद्धांजलि के लिए पूरा परिवार जाके खूनदान करता है। कोई बच्चा अगर जन्म हो तो पूरा परिवार जाके खूनदान करता है। जन्मदिन हो तो खूनदान करते हैं। तो हर मौके का सेलिब्रेशन या उसको जो मनाया जाता है वो खूनदान करके ही मनाया जाता है। वो उनको इस बात का गर्व है कि इस देश में कभी भी कोई भी अगर आपदा आई है तो वहां पर उस गांव का खून मौजूद रहा है। अगर किसी को भी जिसको कि रेयर ब्लड ग्रुप की जरूरत है तो उनको सिर्फ लॉग ऑन करना है rarebloodgroup.org और 30 मिनट में कोई ना कोई उनके ब्लड ग्रुप का शख्स ब्लड डोनेट करने के लिए वहां पहुंच जाता है।
यह है पंजाब के भटिंडा जिले में रामपुरा फूल।
रामपुरा कस्बे का एक ही ईमान है और एक ही धर्म, खून दान करना। इस मामले में इस कस्बे का नाम देश में पहले नंबर और पूरे एशिया में दूसरे नंबर पे आता है। यहाँ की ब्लड डोनर काउंसिल यानी रक्तदाता समिति में 10,000 से ज्यादा लोग हैं। ये काउंसिल खूनदान करने का रिकॉर्ड तो बना ही चुकी है, साथ ही साथ इसमें रेयर ब्लड ग्रुप वाले 300 लोग हैं जो खबर मिलते ही 30 मिनट में खूनदान करने पहुंच जाते हैं। देश पर कोई भी विपत्ति आए, इस कस्बे का खून मदद के लिए जरूर पहुंचता है।
जिंदगी का यूं जुबान पे नाम आना चाहिए, आदमी को आदमी के काम आना चाहिए।
1 अक्टूबर 1978 से चल रही इस मुहिम की शुरुआत हुई हजारीलाल बंसल के अपने अनुभव से। बीमार बेटी को खून की जरूरत थी, मगर खून मिल नहीं रहा था। ऐन वक्त पर एक अनजान आदमी ने रक्तदान कर उसकी जान बचा ली। बेटी की जान बचाने वाला वो 1 यूनिट खून हर जरूरतमंद को मिल पाए, इसे ही हजारीलाल बंसल ने अपनी जिंदगी का मकसद बना लिया।
शुरू में जब पहला कैंप लगाने के लिए गए तो रिस्पॉन्स बहुत ज़्यादा कम था। कई घरों में माता पिता ने अपने बेटों को बेटियों को तालों के अंदर बंद कर दिया, कमरों के अंदर बंद कर दिया। कईयों ने कहा कि ये तो बहुत मुश्किल है, हम नहीं देंगे। कईयों ने कहा कि आप 2,000 रुपया ले लो, 3,000 रुपया ले लो, मेरे बेटे को खून दान के लिए ना कहो।
So whether it is an anniversary, birthday or any occasion, we can celebrate that with the gift of blood. And today we are in conversation with Dr. S.P. Agarwal. Dr. Agarwal, once the blood has been donated, for ensuring its safe storage, what is done? Do you think we've got adequate blood banks in our country?
Yes, there are only about 2,600 blood banks in the country, but more need to be established. And above all, also we have, under the Drug and Cosmetics Act, a provision for blood storage centers, because if you cannot have big provisions for setting up a blood bank, there are under the Drug and Cosmetic Act rules, you have certain conditions where 10 square meter places there, you are linked to a mother blood bank where you can storage blood. The plasma is stored at a temperature of say about 20-23 on a different machine, whereas plasma, fresh frozen plasma, is -40 or so. There are certain particular temperatures that these components are stored, and as I said, they have a particular life. For example, platelets would survive for 5 days and blood red cells for about 35 days.
So is it ensured that before 35 days the component is adequately used so that it doesn't go waste?
Yes, that's right. We, for example, in the Indian Red Cross National Headquarters, we look after 900 thalassemics and we provide free blood to government hospitals.
Right. Let us listen into Dr. Kavita Chatterjee now. She is the head of Department for Blood Bank at the All India Institute of Medical Sciences.
Those who are between the age group of 18 to 65 years and weight more than 45 kg should donate blood regularly at a 3 months interval time, because regular repeat voluntary blood donation is the only source for safe blood transfusion to your patients. And always remember, your 1 unit of blood donation always saves 3 lives, and this is the absolute need nowadays in India for safe blood transfusion towards your patients, towards your nation, towards your own family even.
So in conclusion, Dr. Agarwal, to recap, what would you say to encourage one and all that they should come forward and donate blood?
Because each blood donor is a hero, and if you donate blood, there are a lot of advantages. You get a good health checkup and you are healthy, and you get a feeling of self-esteem. Society recognizes you. There is a lot of social recognition, and then you can save lives. Above all, you can save lives. And one blood donation, if you donate 1 unit of blood, you can save 3 lives.
And you say
components.
that 3 lives because there are 3 separate components.
That's right, because somebody, say a case of burns would require plasma, and a case of say dengue, advanced dengue case would require platelets, or somebody is anemic would require these RBCs. And above all, like maternal mortality, almost 1.25, say 1,250,000, 1,25,000 women are dying of pregnancy related diseases in this country, problems in this country, and now 25% of them can be saved if we have adequate blood supply at the right time.
So imagine, Dr. Agarwal, somebody donates blood today on 14th of June, takes the initiative on World Blood Donor Day. After how many months, how many days he can donate blood again?
Yes, any healthy person can donate blood after every 3 months. They can donate blood, and in fact, this Club 25, as we say, they commit themselves to donate 20-25 units of blood. In the Red Cross, we have centurions. We have 7 already where they have donated blood for more than 100 times. And on these such days, we'd like to honor them. They become motivators for others to donate blood.
And the age group you mentioned is 18 plus till 65 now.
Yes.
And people who cannot donate blood, if somebody has got some chronic disease, or say for example pregnant ladies.
No, there are people with, say, cancer or advanced diabetes on insulin or age, but everybody can contribute towards the blood, better blood services. But you can donate your time, you can motivate other people, and you can do a lot of other things. So everybody can do something or the other to enhance voluntary non-remunerated blood donations through healthy donors.
Right. So the catch out here is that it has to be non-remunerative, which means unpaid regular donation of blood, because as Dr. Agarwal said, there is a specific lifetime of blood, and therefore we need uninterrupted supply of blood. Dr. Agarwal, to enlighten us more on this topic, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.